Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. I do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer comes from Outside Ales. These guys are in Michigan. This is their Hipster Brunch Stout. Big beer. Says this comes from Rico. 11% Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee, maple syrup, and bacon. 69 IBUs. He said he bought it last week for $10, and it was for a single bottle. $10 for this one bottle. Date is on the label. Bottled on April the 22nd of 2019. So this beer has been brewed with coffee, according to what I am seeing. So you want to probably drink this as fresh as possible, just like an IPA or a double IPA. Anything brewed with coffee seems to fade over time like hops do. Some do, some don't. So judge it accordingly. $10 a pop. I mean, that's $60 for a 6-pack of this, but it's an 11%er. And they, like I said, bourbon barrels on top of that with coffee, maple syrup, and bacon. So don't know what to expect from this. I have had stuff from outside before. So we're going to see what this brings to the table. Like I said, he was able to buy it in his location, so evidently they're distributing to his side of the country or the state or wherever. But he's able to get beers that are distributed in his area that are not distributed here, and I'm not seeing any Outside Ales here. So I don't think they come to this part of Virginia. So final beer of the evening for me on this one. They say availability is fall, but they bottled this in April. So don't know what, maybe they're like me. They like drinking these style of beers all year long. It's a great final beer of the evening. I like these big, dark, rich, thick, chewy bourbon barrel versions for the final beer of the evening for me. And that wraps it up. Usually, which you're drinking something like this, a lot of calories, so I have to weigh that into effect, especially with me trying to lose weight, and we're kind of at a standstill right now. I'm gone from 2 to 3 beers, and because I've lost 50 pounds, and I'm kind of at a standstill because I'm drinking one more beer a day than what I was doing for the previous 6 or 7 months. So trying to get to a lot of the beers that's been sent to me by Rico and Mr. Fudge and Greg and his family that's been sending beers. So that's why I'm posting 2 a day now, just trying to catch up and keep up. So with that being said, let's get on with this one. Let's get it opened up. Let me mark this off and see what we got here, guys. Nice hit, a little bit of smoke. 11%, we're going to go down the center. And that's about as aggressive as I can pour a beer, guys. So straight down the center, 11%er. Did produce a nice, a little over a finger of head on that pour. Pitch black, very nice looking stout. Off khaki colored head, off white khaki colored head, very tight bubbles on the side, very creamy looking on the top, even though that I did pour it fairly aggressive. Great looking beer. What you think? Looks good. Let's get it to the nose. Oh yeah. big coffee notes on this beer. Like I said, you may want to drink this beer if you can get your hands on it kind of fresh, because the coffee notes, then they will fade. The coffee is overpowering the bourbon right now. The coffee notes are off the chain, guys. Really impressive coffee notes. Roasted malt, maybe a little molasses, but not so much on the bourbon. Now, it may be in the taste, but the coffee notes are just so overpowering, which is good. I like that. But I do want to be able to smell some bourbon or taste it. So maybe we will taste it. Let's find out. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. That is a very tasty beer, guys, but the bourbon notes are kind of subdued. Either that, or the coffee is just overpowering them. The coffee is off the chain, guys. It really is. And done with bacon, there might be a little smokiness in there. That probably will come out a little more as it comes up to room temperature. But not a huge bourbon note on the nose. I am getting the smokiness now. The second sip there, a little bit of bacon or smoke. Coffee is definitely there. So let's sip on this. It's right out of the fridge, cold, and let it come up and sip. I can gather some of those bourbon notes up when we come back for the final chug after it's up to room temperature. So was hoping for a little more bourbon notes, because this is a $10 bottle of beer to buy. So maybe they didn't leave it in the bourbon barrels very long, or long enough. But maybe they're wanting the coffee notes to be more prominent. That may be where they want this beer to be. So let me sip on it and we'll come right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it for a while. Decent lacing is left on the glass. Now that it's warmed up, I am getting some of the bourbon notes. Very tasty beer, guys. I would like to see them left it in the bourbon barrels a little longer than what they did, but they probably wanted the coffee more prominent than the bourbon. The breweries, the head brewer, make that decision on where they want the beer to be when they put it in the bottle or the can. Very enjoyable beer, guys. It is a awesome beer. Now that it's warmed up, I am getting all those notes, a little saltiness from the bacon, roasted malt, bourbon. Coffee is still off the chain, more prominent in the coffee notes than anything else. Very, very well made beer for an 11%er. This one will sneak up on you. Drink responsibly, guys. Drink this one at home or have a designated driver. Final chug. Delicious. Outstanding final beer of the evening. All the notes that they're saying are there now that it's come up to room temperature. I'm not going to leave any of that. Delicious. It's a 10 beer, guys. It absolutely is. I would like to see a little bit more bourbon notes than what I was getting when it was cold out of the fridge, but they're there now. Very tasty beer. Oddside Ales is doing some really tasty stuff. This is no exceptional. It is a little on the pricey side for $10 a bottle, but it is what it is when you have a bourbon barrel version beer, and being done with coffee and all those ingredients add up to a pricey beer. So, and more than likely, this is if you could buy more than one, it'd be in a 4-pack and not a 6-pack. So, but still, $40 is. Hopefully, you're going to get a price break if you're buying that many at one time. But if they're charging you $40, you got to realize, I mean, it is what it is. It's an awesome tasting, well-made beer. So, if you've had the Hipster Brunch Stout, can't see me drinking this for brunch. unless I was going to go back to bed. I don't drink 11%ers. Maybe I would have if I was a young buck in my earlier days, but right now 11%er and then still trying to function the rest of the day, that may be a chore. And there are a lot of breakfast beers and brunch like this one that say you can have it maybe with your breakfast or a late breakfast or brunch. But just be aware, you're probably going to get a buzz off of this. I did. So with that being said, if you had this one, the Hipster Brunch Stout from Odd Sound Ales, 2019 edition, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.